This video is part of a free learning project made by students who learn from experts. We're sharing this knowledge to help other students and professionals for free. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon to stay updated.
So, good morning, everyone. Let's start today's topic. So, today's topic is Introduction to NestJS. First, we will learn about the what is NestJS and how we use them and what is the basic things we can use in NestJS. So, let's start. First, we talk about introduction. NestJS is a framework for building efficient, scalable Node.js server-side applications. Basically, it is a framework of Node.js. It is built for server-side application. It is used for making APIs. Node.js is a runtime environment that allows developer to execute JavaScript code on the server side. Basically, Node.js is a runtime environment. Means first we use Node.js. Basically, NestJS is a framework for Node.js. So without Node.js, there is nothing in NestJS because NestJS uses the Node.js for running its environment. Express and Fastify are the other framework of Node.js. Express are the framework of Node.js. Nest provides Nest provides an out-of-box application which architecture which allows developer and teams to create high testable, scalable, loosely coupled, easily maintained. Basically, in Nest.js, we have a benefit like it uses what testable and scalable applications. Means when we use Nest.js, it is benefit for testing purposes also and easily maintainable. We can make a large application and scalable application through Nest.js. So next topic is why Nest.js. What are the main benefits of using Nest.js? Nest.js follows a modular structure which help you to keep your code organized and maintainable, accelerate development. See, Nest.js is a folder structure is just very simple because when we create a API for some folder, like when we create a API, then we make modules first. Modules in module there are three files. We make a DTO, data transfer object, then we make an entity, then we make an interface. These are the different things we can make in a separate folder like modules, or we can naming convention as models. And when when we write a routing, so it is in controller. Basically, there is a next folder which has a file like controller, modules, and services. Basically, controller manages the routing and service are the logic which we perform on that API. And modules are the key component that manages the import and export as well. So this is it. Let's just follow the modular structure which help you to keep your code organized and maintainable, accelerate development and increase efficiency. Yeah, this also increase the efficiency of our code. Modular architecture means it has a separate things like DTO has a separate, entity has a separate, interface has a separate, controller has a separate. So it has all the separate files. So it is a very modular architecture. Additionally, NestJS also provides native support for monolith as well, microservice architecture, including the integration of modern concept of technology such as GraphQL. It is also used in GraphQL, cron jobs, and WebSockets also. Why use NestJS over Node.js? See, both are the both are used for making backend. And Node.js we used previously, and Node.js is a framework for Node.js. So we see what the basic difference is. Strongly typed language. Node.js is built on type of TypeScript and strongly typed superset of JavaScript. See, in Node.js we use JavaScript, and in NestJS we use TypeScript. Basically, TypeScript is nothing but it's a upgraded. We can say that upgraded version of JavaScript. Basically, we write JavaScript code. So there is no more basic difference between JavaScript and TypeScript. Basically, in TypeScript, clear the we say the we see the every we clear the every data types, everything data type. हमको उसमें data type बताना पड़ता है हर एक चीज का. So this is the major topic. This is the major difference of TypeScript over JavaScript. This provides developers with a powerful set of tools to write cleaner, more concise code and catch errors before they occur. Catch errors before they occur means we use our code in a try-catch block. basically there are just three type of blocks: try, catch, and finally. So if there is any error coming, so we can catch them in catch block. So this is it. It make also code easier to understand and maintain over time because it is a modular architecture. So it is easy to make code easier and understand. Difference between NestJS and ExpressJS. NestJS is designed to provide a structured and modular approach, making it easier to build and maintain large applications, whereas ExpressJS offers more flexibility but may require additionally setup. Yeah, basically ExpressJS has a complicated architecture, but NestJS has a simple architecture to use TypeScript as well. So NestJS has modular architecture. We in previously we talk about the NestJS architecture. They have the modules, they have the controllers, they have the services. So NestJS is better suited for enterprise level projects that require scalability and maintainability, while ExpressJS is better suited for small. Basically, in today's time, NestJS is used for making large scalable projects because it has a simple architecture flow. So so NestJS. So now we can see the setup for NestJS. Prerequisite again before getting started with NestJS, you will require to install Node.js environment. Simple because Node.js because NestJS is a framework of Node.js. So we first download Node.js environment, then we install npm node package manager. First we will download these two things. Now we talk about the setup. Basically, setup is basically very simple. We can run this command in our CMD also. In our CMD also, npm I basically npm node package manager. I means install, hyphen g means generate, nestjs CLI. Basically, first we install the CLI. Then another command is nest new project name means nest new. When we create a new project name में project name instead of project name we can create our own project name means we can create our auth, we can create our whatever we the naming convention is that. So we can run this command in our CMD also. Now first we check our node version. See, there is a 18.414.11 version. So this is comfortable. Now we see the command. So this is it. npm install hyphen g means generate nestjs CLI. When we enter this, so this our creating a new project. First the CLI has been installed. So this has been running successfully, and another command is nest new project name. Okay. So when we run this command, nest new project name means कुछ भी project name is anything means my project name is auth login. So this gives our options. We clearly see which package manager would you love to use. So we use npm as well here. So we enter npm. This is installing. The whole structure, the whole code flow is coming from this command. Whenever it is installed, now we see in VS Code also. So don't be panic. This is as simple as that to use NestJS. Yeah, this is installing. When we open this folder, now we have a change directory. Now this is the code. This is the basic structure of NestJS. This is our source folder. See, when we when we talk about the files like controller and services, these all are installed. Basic controller, Controllers are basically used for our routing purposes. When we give our route, then like login. So we use when we use Postman for checking API, then we create our route like localhost slash login. So this is a get method. There are like total five type of requests. Basically, these are the handlers. So these handler are five type of request. Like first we use to post request, second get request, which is just use it, and third is patch, fourth is put, and fifth is delete. Basically, post request is used to add a new resources. If we give a example through Postman, like we give you example with Postman also. So okay, first we now we have a API like teacher. See, it is a base URL. Base URL means this is a server URL. Whenever you run your project on local, so your base URL is localhost and localhost and localhost 3000, 4000, whatever you put on your env file. So this is not a problem. Slash teacher, it is a controller basically. So if we enter this, like, yeah, so this is running successfully. See, we clearly see we have a response like we gave a teacher name. Yes, we got it. We gave a mobile, so we got it. We gave a email reference ID, status, code and message clearly. So this is a basic controller. This is a basic post controller. Post controller is used to add a new resources. Basically, we add this teacher name, mobile, email, reference ID. So we get this. This is the basic work of handler. Now we come in get controller, get handler basically. Whenever you use get handler, so it is none because get is used to retrieve the data, not required for adding the resources. Like yeah, basically if we talk about this URL, so it is base URL again. This is server URL slash teacher. It is a controller and reference ID. Reference ID we can pass in params. Params like in passing params here. This is reference ID. So basically, a particular reference ID has many teachers created. So they retrieve all the teachers of particular reference ID. See, we clearly see reference ID are the same. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is it. Now we come back to our code, the basic code flow. This is the Postman side. And basically patch is used for update and delete is used for delete. Put is also used to update. What is the basic difference of put and patch? When we update and when we edit the whole thing, the whole response we get. So we used to put, and when we update a single or a double thing, so we use patch. This is the basic difference between put and patch. Again, this is a main.ts file. Main.ts means this is the root file of our code of our project. Basically, we clearly see await app.listen 3000. 3000 means this is our port number. When we check our API, so we use localhost colon 3000. Basically, this is app service. In that app service, we inject our model and we write our logic here. Basically, there is nothing. Basically, this returns a hello world when we run our project. So we use so the screen shows hello world. In our app module file, this has an import and export, basically controller, app controller, providers, app services. And in our controller file, this is basically for routing purposes. We removed a login here because we added it. Basically, spec file is used for testing purposes. So they are nothing required here for today because we do not do testing in that area. So this is it. These are the testing files. So no need to require that files. Basically, ESLint is an extension in Java in TypeScript. So this is it. Basically, .gitignore file means when we push our code into a GitHub and we think that these files are not shown on GitHub because these are the private data, like env file. Env file has our database URL, our port number, our server URL, our API key, many of the things we can write on a env. So we want env file do not push on GitHub and every other file push on GitHub. So we make the name of env file in that git ignore file. So this git ignores the file and do not push on GitHub. So this helps a lot basically. Prettier is also extension. NestGLI JSON. Basically, package JSON has all the configurations or all the dependencies in our project. Basically, npm run build. We can start our project like a nest start. So this is our readme md file means we used to create notes also. We used to create how the things work and how the process manages the things. So now we run this project. Whenever we run any project, the first command is npm I because npm init npm install means we have to have a node modules here. So this installs the node module. And second is how to build our project. Npm run build. This command builds our project. And third is npm run start colon debug. This start our project in a development mode. So we can edit the code. This automatically saves the code. So we clearly see our project is running smoothly and all the files are compiled. So this is the basic structure of NestJS code. So this is complete setup. Now this is the code flow which we talked previously. Source directory will be created and populated with several code files. Like we all talk about app.controller. These are the testing files. App.controller.ts. This is used for routing and manages our routing. App.module as a root file. App.services has a logic. Min.ts is a root file of our project. We clearly see this command starts the server and listens the HTTP request on port 3000 as we talked earlier. So we all see that command also npm run start. We check this command. This is used for starting our project. If we use npm run start colon dev, see we use debug and this has used dev. It is also depend on package JSON, which we give dependencies. We also use dev, we also use debug. So there is nothing a difference between them. So I think this is it from my side, and this is the simple code structure of Next.js. And thank you so much for everyone for watching that. Thank you so much.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.